What's up, guys? It's Uncle Freedom coming to you on a glorious and well-deserved day off. It's 2025, y'all. It's time to talk about something I talk about at least once a year. So it's that time. So first and foremost, help me defeat the algorithm overlords. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Even if you just comment algorithm, it helps the channel. And for that, I thank you and I appreciate it. If you're looking shout out also to the #1 supporter of the channel right now, Outlast Supply. The good people at Outlast Supply, I say this every video, but it's so true, I can't help it. It literally looks like what I would do if I curated a store. From laser aiming modules to really nice flashlights to knives, man. Like, it's all there. It's a one-stop shop to get your game on, right? So go check those guys out. The people that own it are also fantastic. They also have a service discount if you fall in line for that. But check them out, outlastsupply.com. Great people over there, and I am very happy I partnered with them. So what do? I do this kind of every year. It's time to talk about EDC. Or your everyday carry, right? What is that? Somebody's going to ask. No, it's not the Electric Daisy Carnival. It is literally the items that we carry on a daily basis to help us solve problems that we could face. From taking notes and telling the time to fixing things or defending your life or another's life, right? That is what everyday carry is. And that's how we should look at it, right? Like, I remember when EDC was first getting big and there was all kinds of crazy stuff in there. Like, guys were carrying around like 15 bottle openers and they didn't even drink. But the thing about EDC gear is it varies wildly person to person, as we all face different challenges day to day that we would need to overcome, and the challenges that I could face are very different than the challenges you may face. It also varies wildly based on our occupation, where you live, where you work, as well as how you dress in the actual environmental concerns of where you live. Like right now in Nebraska, it's like 10 below zero, right? Those things are what influence our everyday carry. But we all everyday carry. Even if you don't think you do, you probably got a wallet, your car keys, and a pocket knife, right? And if you watch me, more than likely a firearm. So you do in fact have an everyday carry. But today I want to talk about like the core items, right? The things that like pretty much no matter what. But I feel like it's important to address the fact that there's really no right or wrong way to do this. This is all a personal choice, right? I don't have to carry what you want to carry. You don't have to carry what I carry. But it's a personal choice that's based on your environment, your beliefs, because your beliefs are actually a part of this, the personal risk that you may find yourself undertaking or exposed to, and your mindset, which is the #1 thing you're going to carry. I'll leave a link to a mindset video. Those are not as popular as I want them to be because it is really, really important information. But no matter what, there are things that I have found that at least some variant of it is carried by me all the time. 24/7, 365. It is always carried by me, and I call them my core kit, right? Everybody should have a core kit. That core kit's going to vary and depend wildly and a lot on what you need, right? Because, again, different challenges. This is a personal thing. But your mindset should be the #1 thing. Again, go watch a mindset video of mine. I have 2, and I'm very proud of both of them. But I do not include things in here like your phone, right? Because here's the thing. Your phone is no longer an EDC item. It's less of a personal choice, but it's an essential to life, right? Like, you have to have a phone nowadays. Believe me, I wish I didn't have to have a phone all the time. But what are the core, right? Like, we're going to say the core kit, right? 10 things. No matter what, some variant of this exists. #1, most used thing that I carry every single day, and no matter what, I have a variation of this on me all the time, and that is the flashlight. Handheld flashlight specifically. These are the 2 that I've been cycling with for a lot now. I also carry a Mod Light OKW or a Mod Light PLH V2. I no longer carry the EDCL1T from Surefire, but I do carry the EDC1 dual fuel turbo, which is this guy. Ooh, bright light. And I will sometimes, depending on my environment, carry the EDC 2 dual fuel turbo. These are fantastic lights. This runs on a single 18350, 18650, close to 100,000 candela, like either one of them. Fantastic. And they have an actual like low mode, right? So this is 25 lumens, but it's super usable because of how high the candela is. It really throws that light a long way. Number one thing though, no matter what, flashlight. And when I'm at work, like I will always have like more than one usually. But everything from looking to your keys to deterring attack, because believe it or not, if you got a bad dude doing some stuff and you're being a very responsible adult walking through this parking garage, it's dark at night with your flashlight in your hand, you see dude and you go, hey, right? That dude now knows you're watching him, and there's not much that bad guys like less than being just spotted. So, number 2 for me, second most used item every single day is a pen, right? And I am a pen nerd, man. I like pens a lot. But a good pen, right? So we could do something as simple as an Everyman Grafton, great pen, 30 bucks. We could do a Karis Customs retract. I really like this one. This is a tactile turn slider, so this is a bolt action pen in milled titanium. Really cool. I like having my own pen. You need a pen every single day, whether that is to sign the receipt, to tip the girl that you went and got your stuff from, so that you don't have to use the communal I have every sickness known to man pen that's on the counter, or to take a note without having to search through every pocket of your backpack to figure out where the pen went, right? A good pen, man. Pens solve a lot of problems. Number 3, a knife. I find that I use a knife a lot. And it could be one of a couple things. We could be talking about a fixed blade knife. We could talk about a folding knife. But a knife, because all them packages are not going to open themselves, and sometimes there's cake. Also, the knives at restaurants are terrible. So, a knife. Typically for me, it's either my Spyderco Paramilitary 2 in Crew Carta, my ProTech TR3 automatic. I love this knife a lot. But always, no matter what, this is always carried, and that is my clinch pick from Shivworks. This is the 2.0 black. I love this thing. The blade's actually on the back because it's a purpose-built self-defense tool. But yeah, it rides on my front, under my belt, even under my duty belt. I can just come over and boom, got my my boga. Get off, back off, get away. But a good knife, right? You're always going to have to open packages, do something. A good knife is absolutely essential to your life, and it just helps. Number 4, a multi-tool. Now, this is a place where people can vary, right? Like, this could be your variant of a multi-tool, right? Like these, the Gerber pliers could be your variant of a multi-tool. That's completely okay, understandable, and actually a completely acceptable variant of a multi-tool. Or you could do a lot of what I do, which is a Swiss Army knife, right? So this is the Huntsman Swiss Army knife. I've had this one forever. I put aftermarket scales on it, but my favorite Swiss Army knife of all time, and one of them I carry a lot for this kind of stuff, is the Alox Farmer. I like the Alox series Farmers, man. They're fantastic. I like having a good multi-tool of some kind, something I can loosen screws with, do that stuff. It's not always necessary to have a set of pliers, but I like it. And then a next one I would say is a traditional knife. That's right, I'm telling you to carry 2 because 2 is 1 after all. Also, traditional pocket knives don't freak out Karens and Kevins at the office, okay? People don't view them as intimidating or hostile, right? Like if I go to open up my, my package on my desk and I'm like, let's get it, right? Karen and Kevin are going to be very upset with me. Karen and Kevin are also going to get very upset with me if I whip out like this and I start opening up my package, right? It shouldn't matter, but it's going to matter. It's better to do things if you don't. I like carrying stuff like this. The Calf and Pin from Great Eastern Cutlery, one of my favorite traditional folding knives of all time. But to be quite honest with you, A lot of times that won't get carried because I'll have my Swiss Army knife in my pocket as my multi-tool, and that has a traditional blade on it. So I like that a lot. Number 6, a notebook, right? Like we carried a pen, but a notebook. And a notebook is probably the second most used thing along with the pen. Writing stuff down helps you remember it. It helps you to stay organized. It helps you to prioritize your day. It helps you sometimes just to get stuff off of your mind. I am a big proponent. I don't really like bigger notebooks for my EDC stuff. I am a big, huge proponent of smaller notebooks. You could do something like this hide and drink thing right here. It's just got a field notes in the back of it here. But typically for me is going to be something like this. So this is a Story Supply leather case, and then I have 2 Story Supply notebooks in here, one blank, one grid. Or my new one that I've been running a lot is this guy. So this is the Lockbee Mini Field Journal. I like these a lot because so I've got a little bit of storage on the inside of it. Yep. But I have 4 notebooks. So I have a grid notebook, I have an actual list notebook, I have a dot grid notebook, and then I have a blank notebook, right? So I can take notes, I can draw, I can make sketches, I can design drills for the range, I can write down video ideas, whatever. It's got a cool little pin loop, but this is the Lockbee Mini Field Journal. They're not an affiliate of mine, but I like Lockbee stuff. I have 4 or 5 items by Lockbee. They're all high quality. This is oilskin. Great stuff. I don't know where they're made, but I know I like them. So a good pocket notebook, right? Like something that you like carrying, right? Like, 'cause this is classy, right? And I feel nice when I take notes. But a pocket notebook of some kind. Absolutely imperative, like all the time, always with me. Next up for me is a watch. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but it is just a whole lot less douchebaggy to check the time on a wristwatch than it is for you to pull your phone out and do this. It's just fact. Like right now, I'm a mechanical guy, so I've got on my Seiko Samurai Pad-Eye edition. But I mean, this could be about anything. So this is also Lockbee, by the way. This is their watch wallet. For someone like me, this is fantastic because I can have extra wallets in here. But I mean, something as simple as like the Seiko 5 Flieger, or one of my favorite watches of all time, the Citizen NY0040 dive watch. I'm a dive watch guy because dive watches are tough and they're water resistant and they hold up to my life. Now, somebody's going to be like, I can't carry that. I want a watch, but I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars to buy a mechanical watch. I wear this thing all the time. This is the Casio DW5600, the original G-Shock. Dude, you can't beat this thing. It's like $40. Absolutely amazing. Times things, does everything you're going to need a watch to do, and it's very inexpensive. Same thing with a pen. You could buy something as simple as a Zebra F301 pen. It's going to do anything and everything you could ever want it to do. You can buy a 3-pack of field notes and put it in your pocket for like $10, and you've got all this stuff handled. But a watch to me, right? Like it says things about you when you have a watch, right? If I see you have a watch, it signals to me that you care about time, both mine and yours, right? If you have a nice timepiece, like I can tell that you understand and respect quality stuff, right? Or, you know, sometimes you see stuff and like, man, you're just a quirky dude that likes neat stuff, right? Like that is a thing you can tell by people wearing a watch. I pay attention to that stuff all the time. But watch, man, it's less douchey than checking your phone, okay? So you should have a watch. Number 8, your wallet. I never thought I'd have to put a wallet on one of these, but people don't carry wallets. Now, I should say this. You need to get a smaller wallet, right? Because the fact that you're sitting on a compact copy of War and Peace is just really terrible for your back. I do not carry a wallet in my back pocket. I carry my wallet in my front pocket. That's right. I carry this. This is a 511. The inside pockets, no, I won't open it because it's got an ID thing in there. But it's got like elastic for the pockets, so it's very small. Holds that. It's very thin. And it rides around in my front pocket. without a problem. Like, I've always carried it in my front pocket, but get a smaller wallet, right? The best thing I ever did for myself was downgrading from a big ass checkbook wallet to like a smaller, more compact wallet. Another great one, if you're on a budget, recycled firefighter, those things are awesome. Number 9, medical. Some kind of medical. I don't know how to make this more like stressed. Medical is super freaking important, man. Like, you start losing hydraulic fluid, man. Like, because remember, bad guys go first, so you don't get to decide it's going to happen or not happen, right? Like, medical's important. My most commonly carried variant of medical is this guy right here. This is the Dark Angel Medical Ankle Trauma Kit. This is an affiliate of mine. I have been rocking one of these for a few years at this point. I have a soft T tourniquet. I have hyphen compact chest seals. I have a 4-inch flat fold ETD. I have 4 yards of combat gauze. I have a pair of gloves, and the whole thing is elastic and super nice. I wear this at work. I wear this off work, provided I have on pants. Wearing this when you have on shorts is really dumb. But if I have on pants, I have this on. Let's say I am wearing shorts though. I will usually put a tourniquet in my back pocket, and I will have one of these in like the cargo pocket of my short. So this is a Filster medical wallet. This is a very compact, just elastic wallet, right? But inside of here, I have a 4-inch flat folded ETD. I have quick clot, and then I have a package of compressed Z-fold gauze. And then I have a pair of gloves crammed into here. This is extremely compact and very nice, right? I don't know that you can get these on Filster's website. I have not seen these in a while. I went to Rescue Essentials to get mine. They're not very expensive. I want to say these are like $20, and then put your own stuff into it. But they're great. Medical is an absolute essential. And why is medical an absolute essential? Because the last thing is your firearm system. And it's not just a gun. It's your CCW system. That's the important distinction we need to make here. It's a system. And the first thing you're going to carry for your CCW system is a proper mindset. Because if you're out there, it's you against the world, you're not in a good mindset to be doing this. But having a proper mindset, understanding what may be asked of you and what you need to do next, a good mindset will get you a really long way. And that's absolutely the first part of your CCW system. But here's the thing. When we start talking about a CCW system, if you find yourself needing that, there is absolutely nothing else on the planet that's going to do what that does, like right then, okay? There's nothing else that'll do that job. But in addition to having like super cool firearm, right? Like, you got to have a belt, you got to have a holster, and you got to have a proper mindset. I am a huge fan of these guys. So this is the Blue Alpha Hybrid EDC belt. These are an affiliate of the channel, Blue Alpha belts. I've been a long time supporter of them, and they like me now. So, right, Blue Alpha belts, this is the Hybrid EDC. I adore this. The low profile inner belt, I wear mine all the time. The another version of the belt, I'm not an affiliate of mine, but the Tenacore Zero belt is also very, very nice. But a good belt is going to keep your holster system stable, which means it's always in the same place and you don't have to worry about it falling off. After that, though, your holster selection is the part of it that you need to pay attention to next. Uncle Mike's need does not apply, but something like this Tenacore Malice Sole that I've done a video on over here, Tenacore makes my favorite everyday carry holsters, man. They're great DCC pocket clips, excellent design, conceals anything and everything I want to conceal using it. So something like this is my Gen 5 Glock 45 with an Acro Radian Ramjet and an X300. We're clear. I'm in a safe area of my home, which I maintenance work on firearms. I'm not selling any guns. I'm simply showing this for educational purposes only. So like this holster, this conceals this just fine without a problem. But as a part of my system, I would also include something like this guy. So this is a mag holder so that I have my firearm in a good system with spare ammunition in a good system, held up by a belt in a good system and a good mindset. But another great option we could do, since I've been playing with this guy, so there we go, we're clear. This is my Smith & Wesson Model 627 Pro 8-shot 357 Magnum revolver. Oh, so nice. right? So I have this guy. This carries 8 rounds of 38 Special Plus P in it because I am not carrying 357 Magnum, but I do that. Now, I know somebody's going to be like, oh, but you're undergunned. I always carry a reload. So my reload for this guy is actually this guy. So this is 130 grain semi-jacketed hollow points in Plus P. These are about 1,000 feet per second. Fantastic defensive little loading. But I carry them in a speed strip, right? So I have this guy, and I had to order a new one because I lost it, but I have the Neomag clip that goes in my pocket and holds these so I can just draw them out and use them. But again, a reload to keep my firearm system running, a reliable firearm system that I am competent with and I can shoot, right? A good belt to support that system. And if I'm carrying this guy, I actually run outside the waistband leather holster from Galco. I am carrying that to support that system, and it's supported by a belt. And then I have a proper mindset so that I don't find myself into trouble I could have easily avoided. So guys, there you go. The Core EDC, the Core Essential EDC, 10 things that show up no matter what, no matter how I'm dressed. Some variant of these 10 items is always with me all the time. What is your core items? What's your favorite stuff? What's your system? What's something you can't live without? What did I miss? So guys, I am Uncle Freedom. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And until next time, I'll see you later.